Though set in the world of Spyro the Dragon, the creators of Skylanders have taken steps to create like new characters outside of like the realm of Spyro. What do you think about this practice in comparison to something like Disney Infinity that takes its characters from previously established things?
So let me. So Skylanders originally is from the world of Spyro the Dragon.
Skyland, so the place that all the Skylanders going to take place is in the world of like Spyro's like universe.
I did not know that. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Now, them creating new characters for it, I don't think there's a problem. Why not? Why not create new characters? I mean, it's every year we get a new Pokemon game with new Pokemon. They always say like when Pokemon first came out in the late '90s, oh, there's 101 Pokemon with Mew and Mewtwo, and it's like, well, guess what? We have another 100. It's like they keep adding more and more Pokemon. It's like you think a Pokemon can only like you have the pre-state and then you have like 2 evolutions. Like, oh no, wait, let's add 2 more evolutions first. I'm not saying they have them. I'm just they keep opening the market. So, I mean, if the franchise is fun enough and you want to keep growing, why not build to create new characters? I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's like, Transformers. They always keep creating new Transformers. They always reboot this franchise and new characters. It's just a way to market, for that genre. Whereas I know like Disney Infinity is they're pulling upon all of the mecha that they have already, and that's all the Disney franchise. And then now they own Marvel, so they can pull in Marvel, and eventually, I think they already do. I think they have Star Wars, and then Muppets. It's like they're pulling on the franchise they already have. So I mean, unless and that's not to say like if Marvel creates a new character, then Disney can have a new character for Disney Infinity. But I think this one, because it's all set in almost like a contained video game world that has spread multiple consoles. I think Spyro's on Sega and then I think PlayStation, or it's done multiple different generations, different markets. I don't see why the ability to create new characters for it should be wrong. I mean, you're just growing the world. I think it's right. You're just adding new characters, new storytelling abilities, new characters to play, new powers. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Disney, like I said, they're going to be limited to like one of their franchises creates something brand new unless they decide to create something new characters. But I think this because of being in the world, you're limited to what you have. I think being able to have new characters just allows the open, like question number 1, I think allows for more creativity and storytelling to happen and more fun to happen amongst your friends.
Personally, that's why I love it so much, because there's so much variety. And,
variety. That's a great word right there. Variety is it makes for more variety. Let's just say like Skylanders. Again, I don't know how many there are, but let's just say, we only had 50 characters. Well, why do we have to stop at 50? Let's say we've been around for a year and a half, and like we want to add new worlds or new levels. It's like, why can't we add another 10 or 20 characters to the whole thing? Why? Whether or not we're actually going to have a Spyro game that's going to have, and I'm not saying that this isn't Spyro, but we're not going to have a new PlayStation 4 Spyro game. Maybe they might want to take some of those characters in there, but just because we're limited by the characters we already have that are already contained in this world, why can't we establish newer characters for this franchise that we already have?
As of now, I think there are like 140 like unique different figures.
And then like you said, you have like this you see right here, you can take the tops off and split them characters. You just added 146 now.
Yeah. And not even counting some characters like this one have variants. So this is like enchanted variant. So he gets like a color swap and pretty much just color swaps.
Exactly.
But it still like adds more just choice for what you can actually do and what your character looks like. It does, and I guess this marketing thing comes with anything that comes with like a figure to play the game. Sort of like it's been called a cash grab before, of just like, oh, here's more figures so buy. Personally, I've never thought of it too much, because you can quite literally beat every Skylanders game with 8 figures.
Yeah.
You can gain access to all content. Maybe not Trap Force, because you might need like Trap Force figures specifically to do have some of that functionality. But from like Swap Force all the way down, you can access all the content with 8 figures completely. And I think that's like an amazing business choice, because I have this big choice, but I'm not required to have a bunch.
And like I said, maybe someday, like I said, I played Disney Infinity Ward. It was kind of fun. It was fun as like a party game. I'm not going to go out and buy it. Zooland. I did it again. Damn that movie. Skylanders. It's like maybe someday I'll if somebody's got it at their place, I might play it, but it's just not for me. I'm not going to go pick it up. But I mean, it's not to say it's not that I'm going to sit here and bash on the franchise. It's like I've never been a big fan of World of Warcraft, but I can't. I've got to give my hats off to a company that's you create an account, you spend $10 a month for millions of players, and you keep establishing new things. It's just another genre of video games. It's like I got to give them props for what they've been able to do. This one, it's not necessarily for me, but I've seen just the commercials and people playing it, and they established them that we meant for kids, and that it has an older audience now too, to an extent, and I think that's great. It's just another genre. Again, I don't think you have to be a fan of all genres. No, I take that back. I don't think you have to play every genre to be a fan, but I think you can appreciate all the different kind of facilities there are out there for video games and what they've been doing.
Yeah, that openness to just accept differences and appreciate whenever something does something well.
Exactly.
Which is like sort of the point that I want to do with the blog. Skylanders, I want to appreciate it for what it's done.
And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, I have friends that will go out and pick out the amiibos from Nintendo and all that, and they don't play any of these stuff. I have friends who picked up the Infinity War, like the Marvel characters. They don't have the system. They don't have anything to play on. They want just because the characters look cool. I want to put this on my shelf. For them, it's just not an antique, but like a statue or something, or action figure they can display in their office or something. And then that one, I think that's even another place. Like if I look at some of these Skylander figures, I'm never going to buy the system or the game, but I think some of them are kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool just to be able to display them, which I think is another market for the figures in themselves.
Oh yeah, like that mix of being like an actual game item and then a toy at the same time.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for your time.
No problem. Thank you for the questions. It was. Like I said, I think I know more about Skylanders than I did a half hour ago.